If I handed you a microphone and I said that you have 60 seconds, what is your message? Now, what would happen on the inside of you? Would you answer with a clear sentence, or would your chest tighten up and your mind flood with everything that you care about? Welcome to 10X Podcasting, the only show that helps Christian men work on the mindset behind the podcast. So here's the truth, that you're not a man without a message. You're a man whose message has been buried in the fog. This video is all about that fog and how God uses it to call you out of hiding. Now, if you lean in, you will see why you've stayed vague, how it's been costing you, and how to step into a focused, God-given message that actually shapes people's life. You see, your future self is calling you forward. Man, there was a season inside of my life when one simple question exposed me. The question was, so what's your message? And I could preach, I could teach, I could do a podcast, I could talk for an hour with passion and clarity on leadership, mindset, faith, business, marriage, habits, calling of the church, just you name it. But if you ask me one sentence, what clear thread that tied everything together, all I had was a foggy paragraph full of words, but no focus. And one day I was in a coffee shop with a friend who could read me better than I wanted to be read. He listened for a while and he was nodding and he was smiling and he was absorbing everything that I was saying. And then he just leaned in and he asked, he said that I love your passion, but what's the one thing you want people to walk away with when they hear you? And I started talking, but I wasn't really answering. I was scrambling. Well, leadership matters, but so does spiritual formation. And I care about how faith intersects with work, and habits matter, and marriage matters, and the church matters. And he kept nodding along, waiting for something clear. And finally he smiled and said, so all of it? And we laughed, but the laugh didn't land in my heart. Inside I felt exposed. I talked about everything, but I couldn't name really anything. Maybe you can relate to that. Now, driving home that day, something honest began to rise. And I felt like the Spirit was giving language to what I didn't want to see. And that I was hiding in the fog of everything. Because choosing one thing felt too scared. If I never chose one thing, then I could never really fail at it. If I never committed, I could always say that I'm still trying to figure everything out. So I stayed vague on purpose, and my flesh and my ego stayed safe. But when you never aim at anything, you will never hit anything either. And that's a slow erosion of confidence, a constant sense of being spread too thin, a life that is full, but it's blurry. And it made me uneasy, but it was also the grace and the power of God in my life. You see, the fog wasn't proof that I lacked calling. It was a sign that God was leading me towards something that was more focused and more aligned. It was like God was whispering, you don't need to know everything, but you do need to pay attention. Ouch. If you're a coach, a leader, a business owner, or anything like that, you've probably felt that tension. You care so much about faith, family, fitness, finance, work, responsibility, and the whole entire world. And then someone asks, what's your message to the world? The one thing. And you start listing everything that matters. Not because you're confused, but because you care about so much all at once. And your mind gets loud and your heart gets tangled. Instead of naming something clear, you spread the answer wide, hoping somehow it keeps you safe. Now, inside of the fog is a quiet ache. Overwhelmed, guilty, scattered, afraid of choosing one thing means letting other things go. So the fog is really a protection, it's a shield, and it's a hiding place. But I want you to hear this, that the fog is not failure. Fog is often how clarity begins in the first place. It is where God meets you and gently separates the many things from the one necessary thing. You see, identity creates direction. Now, Martha and Mary show this principle. Now, Jesus visits Martha and Mary. Mary is serving, she's managing, she's caring, she's doing all of these good things. But the scripture says that she's distracted by many things. Sit with that. Mary is sitting at the feet of Jesus listening, and Martha begins to burst out in anger. Lord, don't you care that she has left me to do all of this work? And Jesus gently answers, Martha, Martha, you are anxious and troubled about many things, but only one thing is needed. Now, he doesn't shame her. He doesn't dismiss her. He just simply names the fog. Mary isn't praised for being passive. She's praised for being centered and focused. And the Bible echoes this theme. One thing that I ask for and one thing that I do. Bring your many things around the one thing. So the principle that I'm going to share with you today is the law of the one thing. Until you name the one thing, your calling stays foggy and your impact will stay small. You could be brilliant, you could be gifted, you can be anointed, whatever. But if everything in your message is towards everything, you'll accomplish nothing. You see, your future self is not asking you to do more. Your future self is asking you to get focused and super, super clear. One thing. You see, fog feels humble, but it's fear. Fear of being misunderstood, fear of not pleasing everyone, fear of failing at something specific. Fog is safe. Focus, that's outside of the comfort zone. You see, clarity begins with attention, and God whispers through repetition. Pay attention to what you keep returning to the pain that you can't ignore, to the people that you are drawn to. Your one thing is for specific people. You're not called to reach the world. You're called to reach your world. Identity creates direction. The one thing organizes the many things. If it doesn't shrink you, it integrates you. Focus means grieving the paths that you won't take. Man, boys, they want endless option. Men make holy decisions. Now, clarity is received in his presence. It's not earned by performance. Sit with Jesus, slow down, and let him whisper his assignment for you. You see, you're not a man who's lost in confusion. You are a man God is calling out of the fog. You are called, and your message to the world matters. But it's to your world, your specific people. They are waiting, for your voice. Stop hiding behind, I can do everything, and let the Spirit lead you into the one thing, from fog to focus, from scattered to centered, from safe and vague to clear and obedient. The world God assigned you to will be changed when you finally speak with focus and intention. David said, "This one thing that I have desired of the Lord." He had one thing. Jesus said, "One thing that you lack." We need to return to single-hearted focus. What did Jesus say about the heart? If your heart is single, your whole body shall be filled with light. Below, inside of the description, you are going to find a link. In that link is a question. To finish today's assignment, click that link and answer that question. It's going to bring you massive amount of clarity. I will see you soon. Peace.